Well, good morning everybody. Welcome back to the channel on this cold December morning, and I'm very happy because I've just broken up from school for Christmas. End of a very long and tough term, and I'm not wasting any time at all because I want to get a job done on the Allegro. So viewers will remember in the last video of this 2 weeks ago that I took this up to Errands at AMW Restorations in Mexborough, and we replaced the thermostat and the top gasket just here, but the lower gasket we didn't touch. And you can see there it's a bit of a weird arrangement there, because this thick gasket, I've never ever seen that on any Allegro, because I've been looking at pictures on Google and it's obviously something that a different one that someone's put on. So I've got a cork gasket to put here because Ant's recommended that, because obviously with us doing this one and taking off the top of the housing would probably disturb this one, so it's a good idea to replace the lower one as well. So that's what I'm going to do. So the top half here should come off quite easily because it was off 2 weeks ago and I've not used the car since then. So it's just a question of getting off these 3 bolts, taking off this top bit and putting it to one side, and hopefully I don't nick this gasket, but I've got a spare one as well as the new one for here just in case. So let's get it off, and hopefully this isn't going to be a difficult job, and then I can start using this car again. So that's the top all done. I do want to try and get this stud a bit oh yeah, let's get it in focus or in shot. I want to try and get that stud a bit more in. Apparently it might have come out a little bit more because it doesn't grip as well as the other one, so I'll have a look at that. But you can see that I've got that off easily without the gasket being harmed, so that's good. So let's get this off and hopefully we can get the lower housing off without too much hassle. So there, that's that out nice and easily. So what I've got to do is get to let's try and move that round there, that's better. Got to try and get just under there really, because that's, I don't know what this is. It seems really weird arrangement on here. Here we go, it's there. That's the bit I've got to get off. So I've got to try and get somehow some pressure on that, and there will be some water that's going to come out here, but that's okay. I can just wipe this up afterwards. So I'm going to tap it with a rubber mallet to break that seal. You don't want to whack this with a metal hammer, otherwise you might end up cracking the housing. So I'm going to do that now, and hopefully that's going to loosen off what we need to, and then we can get this new gasket on. Right, I've got it off, and I mean, look at that. I mean, that is really gummed up, isn't it? So this hasn't been off for a long time, so let's get some screwdriver in there and some cloth and actually start wiping this up, because yeah, that's I mean, it's been sealing, it's not been leaking, but you can see that I can't really see a visible gasket there at all, so I'm surprised really. I mean, you can look underneath there as well, so I'm quite surprised. But yeah, this gasket should protect it. So let's get a few things to clean that up, and then we should hopefully be okay to put the new gasket on and give these studs a bit of a going over. Right, I think that looks a lot better, doesn't it? Nice and shiny, nice and smooth. No pitting, which is good, because if it's pitted often you have to put some sealant on there, but luckily I don't need to. I've done the underside there as well. Now the reason why you do this is because if this isn't flat, the new gasket that I'm going to put on next won't seal properly, which means you'll get leaks. So you want to make sure that's nice and smooth before you then do anything else. So let's get the new gasket, slide that on, and hopefully it shouldn't leak when we start it. Right, there's the new gasket. Fits nice and snug, and obviously when the housing gets bolted down it'll clamp it on there properly. Out of interest as well, this here, this is your pipe for the heater. The top one is for your engine, hence why that's on the radiator for the top bit of the housing, and this bit is for your heater. So just in case you didn't know that, there's some facts for you. So we can now just put this nice and gently on the top. I might need 2 hands for this, and yes, I probably am, but you get the idea. That's where that goes. Right, so that's the main housing back together, and what I've decided to do is also put some copper slip just on the threads here, because just in case I want to take this off again, it'll be easier, it won't seize on. And certainly when you want to get something off, putting copper slip on something will thank you for it. So let's get the housing back on, tighten the bolts up, see if I can get that head a little bit in there. But to be honest, it looks more or less the same height as the others. I don't really see a massive issue there. I'll see if I can, I'll put that one in first and then see if that gets it to settle down a little bit. But yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? Let's hope it's nice and sealed. So everything's back together now. I've filled up the coolant. I need to put a bit more in there. I think a bit more needs to be going there, but just want to fill the coolant up to the top of the thermostat. And I'm going to leave this bleed screw off because I need to bleed out the system. And I've also left out, as you can see over there, left the top off the expansion bottle as well, because we've not lost a lot of coolant in doing this, but I just want to make absolutely sure the system is properly good. Okay. I've also got the battery fitted. The eagle eye might have noticed that the battery wasn't on it, but it is now. I'm just going to have to connect it up. Obviously, it's not connected yet. And yeah, run it up. It's also been sitting getting wet for a couple of weeks, so I'm going to blow the heater on anyway to bleed it through, but also to sort of dry it out as well. The car doesn't leak, this car, that's why it's fine to be outside, but it's always a good idea just to blast the heater through if ever your car's been getting wet for a bit. So let's do that. Right, that's everything back together. Still need a bit more coolant, so I'll top it up again. But yeah, let's start it up and bleed the system. As you can see, it does need a run through of heat, but let's go then. So in neutral, choke out, handbrake on. Let's see. Look at that. Let's get the heat on. And then we'll inspect it, see if there's any leaks. Yeah, a bit of smoke there, but I think that's just coolant that's spilt, that's burning off. So we'll just let that evaporate. So we've had running for 5 minutes. I'll leave it running for longer obviously, but there's no evidence of leaking so far. I overfilled it slightly, so a little bit came out the top when I squeezed the coolant pipe just to get any air bubbles out of it. But yeah, just looking around it, that's just an excess that came over. Looks good. I'll leave that running a bit longer while I just tidy up some more of the stuff that I've got out now. So it's pretty much up to temperature now. It's been running for a good 10 minutes at least. Heater's still going. Make sure that you change your heater to various locations as well. So I've had it on the windscreen and also on the floor as well. A little bit of a puddle down there, but these are really good rubber mats, so it doesn't go through because you've then got sound insulation underneath it. So the heater will dry that out quite soon anyway. We go back down to the engine. As you can see, the water's reaching the top, but that's obviously because the car is obviously boiling. It's getting to that temperature now, so I'll just clear some of that out of the way. I've put the lid on the expansion tank now, so let's get the bleed screw. Oh, I've lost my gasket, give me a minute. Yeah, don't lose that gasket, otherwise you'll have a lot of leaks to contend with. So let's put that back on, and then we should be good. Right, I'm pretty confident that that's done now. All looks good from out here, there's no signs of leaks anywhere. 15 minutes it's been running now. All this is nice and tight. So is the lid on the expansion tank. Battery's on. Let's go inside and have one more look at the gauge. Yeah, I'm happy with that. just under halfway on the gauge. Great heat coming out of the heater. Nice and warm in here. Oh, sorry, just putting something back. Yeah, and I've also just had an email saying that the new bleed screw has arrived. So I'll go and fetch that from my mum's, because that's where I get most of my post delivered, because they keep getting my address wrong. So I'll go and get out in the Rover. You can't see, it's just at the back. And we'll go and collect a few things. Can we also just appreciate how much neater that looks without that sodding grey, whatever it was around there. It wasn't a gasket, because there was nothing in here really that was filling the gap. There was something, but it was almost like two separate things. So I'm glad I've gone for what it should be, 2 cork gaskets. Anyway, let's go out and run a few errands, including getting that new brass bleed screw to replace the plastic one there, because that one doesn't tighten up that well. And that's Alex from Alex's Assets that's recommended that for me. Allegro guru, of course, so what Alex says goes. Let's go in the other classic. Christmas cards and a few little errands. So, off we go. I won't take you lot with me because I want to listen to some Christmas songs. Sorry. There we go. 1 new bleed screw for the Allegro, complete with the gasket. Obviously I need to wait for the engine to cool down again when I get home. But what I'll do is I'll give the Allegro a wash and wax, because it's not had a wax for a very long time. I've only ever polished it since I've owned it. So yeah, we'll wax it when we get home, make it nice and clean, and the wax will help protect it from the rain as well. Even better. Look at that, looks lovely, doesn't it? Can't wait to get that on the car and make the engine bay that little bit more shiny. Right then, time for a wash and wax. Right, that's been shampooed now, so with the auto glim stuff. So time to wash it off and then get the wax out. So what I've been using is that, and what you do is you put that on when it's wet, a few sprays per panel, and now what I'm doing is I'm buffing it off with a second microfiber cloth, which is probably going to go flying in a minute. So I'll get buffing and then hopefully we'll get a great result from this. Oh, there we go. Bit of a shake. And let's carry on. Right, that's the waxing done. Obviously the main point of doing this is to help rain run off the car, but also it's making it look good, because the tip I learned from again Alex is that I've been cleaning cars wrong, because you don't want to polish unless the paint's flat, and it also says don't use the wax on windscreen, so I'm just going to polish that and the side windows. And there's a few little faded bits that I will polish. Football going on next door in the garden. But yeah, I'll just put some polish on the glass and on some faded bits, and then we should be finished. The cleaning bit anyway. Right, not a complete success unfortunately, because that doesn't fit properly. That's the furthest it's going in, and I haven't got a socket big enough. I've got a 21mm, which is fine for the old plastic one, but too small for this one. And even the adjustable spanner won't get it on. I don't want to strain it too much. So it looks like that is a fail really. So I'm just going to put the plastic one back on. It's not a big deal. So I'll probably have to get that sent back. But never mind. So guys, I'm just running it up again after I've had a look at that bleed screw, and obviously it doesn't quite fit. I want to get a correct size socket. It looks like it's a 22 inch to fit that one, whereas it's a 21 inch with the plastic one that's on there. So I probably might try and buy one of those before I send this back. Do it quickly, obviously. But yeah, what I'll do is get a bit of a rev, stuttering a bit. Yeah, I'll put this in pole position tomorrow. I'll give it a nice drive. I'll use this for several days because the waxing's going up a treat. In fact, I'll show you actually. Go around it now that I've polished the glass as well. But yeah, really good day. Really productive. Glad I've got that gasket sorted. I'll have one more check obviously to make sure it's all good, but it was great earlier, so I can't see why it wouldn't be now. I'll show you the results of the waxing actually. So yeah, it looks all right. There is a pretty good shine to it. It's always had all right paintwork, this car. But yeah, you want it to be protected from the rain, don't you? To have it run off better. So yeah, I'll bring you with me tomorrow. A little drive in the Allegro, and hopefully all should be well. So hello again everyone, it's the next day. As you can probably tell, I'm out in the Allegro, going round to my mum's actually to wrap up some Christmas presents. I don't know about you, but I just really don't enjoy wrapping up Christmas presents. Some people say it's a man thing, I just think it's a me thing. But anyway, more importantly, this little champ is running amazingly, as I knew it would. I've got complete confidence in this car, having owned it for the last, how long's it been now? 14 months? No, more than that. About 16 months, 17 months. The gauge has never, it's barely reached half on the temperature, so it's obviously still holding up. There's no leaks anywhere, the gasket's done well. The new thermostat's doing well. This was covered in condensation this morning, but the heater's sorted that eventually. But yeah, great to get this running again. And I think actually with that brass screw yesterday, I think I just need to sort the thread out on the thermostat housing, because it isn't the best. So I think just a bit of grease and a bit of wire brush will probably sort that out. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Merry Christmas to you all as well, and I'll see you guys very soon. Goodbye. Oh, we've got someone saying hello as well. Hello Jasmine, you've not been on the channel for a while. Oh, you're not coming here? Come on, come and say hello to the viewers. You found a tree to get your claws onto. Come on Jasmine. Come on. There we go. Hello. Hello. Oh. Bless her. Loves the Allegro, don't you? Looking at your face in the clean panels. Hello again.
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can see every couple tries to stop. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring.